What's up, guys? This is Karina with Divine Connections Podcast. And on today's episode, we do have a special guest from Northridge in the house.
What's up? It's your girl Kriminallydivine. Um, I'm coming from Northridge side. I'm about to tell a little story about mine, my life and stuff like that. So let's get to it.
Yeah. We're about to ask her some questions. The first thing I always start with is tell us about where your family comes from. Like, what nationality are you?
So I'm from Argentina. Like me and my mom. My dad, he's from Guatemala, but mainly I don't know. My dad, he died when I was like in the womb of my mom, so I didn't get to meet him. But yeah, he's Guatemalan. My mom's Argentinian, so it's not too much really.
So you're half and half?
Yeah, half and half. Yeah.
So your mom came over here from Argentina?
Nah, she was born here. She was born
okay.
here, but my grandparents were born over there. Yeah. And my dad, he was born in Guatemala too. And I think he started living over here, but he never went back. They took his body back over there though. He's buried over there because he died out here in Hollywood.
How did your dad pass away?
So he died right there on Melrose and Normandy, or Normandy and Fountain or something like that. He got shot. He got shot, and it wasn't like just like some normal shooting shit. Like it was like some hitter shit. Yeah, that's how he died. And he knew it was gonna happen, but he didn't give a fuck. That's how it happened.
So your dad grew up like what area?
Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Hollywood was his home.
And your mom's too?
My mom's too. Yep. Hollywood, that was their home. They lived.
So you're homegrown.
Yeah, something like that.
That's right.
just not Hollywood though. Like yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah.
So your mom and dad, tell me what your childhood was like. Like what
So
it looked like. So your dad passed away. You didn't get to know him, right?
I didn't get to know him, but his best friend was my stepdad. So my mom's got with my mom's got with
she got with the
she got with the homie.
That's common, you know what I'm saying?
She didn't give a fuck. She got with the homie.
Get a little comfort, you know what I'm saying? And then it'd be like that.
Yeah. So my stepdad, he raised me my whole life. He raised me my whole life, and I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit and say that I lived a life where my mom was like hitting me with a fucking wire and some chanclas, like you feel me? Because to be honest with you, like my stepdad, he spoiled the shit out of me. Like a price to him didn't fucking matter.
That's right.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna be like one of those people that lie and say I lived that bad life. No, I lived a good life. He raised me and he spoiled the hell out of me. I had every Jordan you can name. I had every iPhone that came out, and I was a happy kid. But
so your stepdad was around since you were born?
Yeah, somewhat. we'll get to that.
All right.
That was the childhood life though.
So,
he.
So you had a normal childhood?
I had a normal childhood, but I suffered from my stepdad like with verbal abuse with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned about cussing. Like basically I have no vocabulary. Like I try to like teach myself like not to cuss so much, but it's so hard when you're like raised in a house where like men are cussing, and then like my stepdad,
everybody's cussing,
getting
right?
into it. Yeah, it's really hard. I don't know.
Well, the good thing is that you're aware and that you recognize it.
I do, and I try not to because I have kids, so it's just like I gotta.
They pick up everything.
They pick up everything, every little thing you say. Like, hey, I'm like,
Yeah, I definitely know what I'm talking about.
But
so your childhood, your dad spoiled you. How was your mom with you?
My mom, I love her a lot. I love her a lot, and she honestly, a lot of people growing up, my mom she took me everywhere. Like when I was young, I did a lot of stuff. I did drill team, I did all that. It stopped at 10 though. Like once it hit 10, I stopped all the stuff she would take me to. Like she took me everywhere. She spoiled me too. She gave me the life that anyone would want for their daughter, and I just went the wrong path. She's like, that's my heart right there, for real. It really is my heart right there.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have a brother. He's like, I don't know, in his 30s, something like that. I have a sister in Oregon. She's like my twin from my dad. But yeah, they're spread it out. But from my mom, it's just me and my brother. My dad, my real dad, he was a hoe. He was a little hoe. He was a little pimping it. Like he didn't care.
I got brothers and sisters everywhere.
Yeah, like he was like that. My dad, he was a handsome motherfucker. He pulled left and right. Because when When my mom was pregnant with me in '04, she in the funeral, this other lady came and she was pregnant.
Oh, boo, 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 boo,
Yeah,
boo.
so then my mom's like, "Who's this?" They're both
Oh,
bellies,
hell
and
no.
then that was my sister.
Oh, no, we ain't playing none of that.
That's
Fuck.
how it was.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck are you? The
Who the
fuck?
fuck?
Fuck you
The
doing
fuck?
here, bitch? Oh, hell
I
no.
know. Yeah, man. I looked for her my whole life.
Yeah,
Though.
your mom's strong then.
I know
'Cause
she no, like she didn't even know what to do. She didn't find out till like later on. It's crazy though, cause my dad was pretty known in Hollywood. He was really known in Hollywood in '04. He was that one of those, you know. But yeah, that was
shout out to your moms, though.
yeah.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
your
my
moms.
mom.
Yeah,
I love you, mom.
yeah.
I
And we
love
weren't
you, mom.
lying, you know. We were really fixing the sound,
Yeah,
mom.
hey, I know. Don't come for
Yeah.
me.
don't
She
don't
loves me
spank
though.
her.
I know.
Don't get the
Please,
chancla.
please, please.
Hey, nah, so
Nah.
that's cool, you know. At least he has supportive parents, because, you know, that says a lot. Says a lot.
I have one supportive parent. That's my mom.
That's
Me
right.
and my stepdad, like we fell off. Like put it like this, he raised me till 10. Once it hit 11, like that's when I knew what poor was. I knew what poor was when he left. I seen my mom struggle. I seen her struggle a lot. My brother went with his girlfriend, so it was just me and my mom in the pad.
So did it end because of all the verbal abuse
Yeah,
between
like my
them?
mom just couldn't take it no more. After that, my mom she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes
Oh,
from stress. You could get a stress, sugar. She was diagnosed with that. I seen her struggle a lot. It freaking like mentally like fucked me up, you know, seeing her like that. I think that's what kind of led me to my bad ways and the bad past I went on once he left. Doesn't call, doesn't even like check in or nothing. He didn't even know that I got in. He didn't know that I was in gangs or nothing like that, drugs. My mom didn't either. My mom's an angel. Like everyone wanted to blame her, like, oh, Amanda's like this because of you. Amanda, my mom, I was out of control. You couldn't control me. I was bad. I was a really bad kid.
so
But I blame him.
that shows like some people that believe it's all about, you know, parent responsibility, how the kids come out. Because I'm one of those people that believe that.
Yeah.
But this is like one of those stories where, you know, it's the other side where you have supported mom and you had a good childhood, but like you said, you're out of control, you know. And I think that's a strong statement that you're making, because a lot of people, I think, in this generation
Oh yeah.
can relate to that. You know, they have the supportive parents and they have the support system, but they still choose their ways.
Of course, yeah. And you know what? Like to this day, like I always tell my mom sorry. I always tell her sorry. I put her through a lot. I'm telling you, from 11, it just once he left, like I was like, damn, like how's my mom gonna pay the rent? Like, you know, I was 11, ditching school, still started getting high. I was just one of those bad kids.
Even thinking about those things, you know, like how my mom gonna pay the rent at 11 years old, that's
That
a
fucked
heavy
me up,
burden
man.
for any kid.
That fucked me up. After that, there was no men in the house because it was just like my brother was on his own tip. My dad just fucking left, like, and my dad had money, you know, he was a money person, you know, he always, like I said, price didn't matter to him about me. But once he left me, like, I'm gonna say it straight up, he left me for me and my mom, like, because like, yeah, he was tired of it, they were tired of it. But how I see it now as a woman, now as a young adult, I see it as you leave me for all these years and you can't call, see if I called him last time, I was like, you can't see if I'm breathing. I didn't go to the hospital, I didn't crash, my heart's still beating, there was no funeral for me. So like, my kids are breathing, my kids are good, by the way. Oh, mom went to the hospital last month. Where were you? You can't call me? Like, just sucks. It really does. It
I know.
sucks.
So how do you deal with those things? Like, what do you do to cope with it? That now that you're sober, right? You don't use drugs.
I cope with it because I went through a lot when I was a teenager. Like when I was 11, my mom would let me go out with my homegirl Gabby. Mind you, I was in James Madison Middle School. That's where I attended. I was the only freaking sixth grader, like with my homegirl. Oh, shout out to that homegirl from Madison. Like she knows
Hey.
who I'm talking about. They know who I'm talking about. I was the type of person that would only kick it with one girl, like, and I would kick it with a bunch of homies. I was just that type. I didn't like kicking it. To this day, I don't like kicking it with females. Oh, and shout out to the homegirl too from Madison right here. That's the second one. Okay, there's two. There's two. But I was just the type to kick it with nothing but homies. To me, at the time, bitches were drama and horse. I didn't focus
So
on
you
getting
coped in the
boyfriends.
streets.
I coped with the streets. The streets were my everything. Like, I'm gonna say it straight up, it was like a drug. It was a drug to me. It's really hard to get out of the game, you know. And a lot of like guys like to say, oh, the girls like to try to be something they're not, and it's just like, hey, just how you have a story, I got a story too. Everybody has a story. Like, it doesn't mean just because, well, I'm not a guy, like I can't have fucking live a street life. Like, you're a human too. Like, we're both humans. Like, I lived it too. So did you. So it's just like, who are you to judge? You know, you
Like the
don't know
same way
mine.
dudes run to the streets, like females do
Yep.
too.
Fuck yeah. And I did. And like I said, when I was 11, I was I was fine for sixth grade. But after, when my dad left, half the year, my homegirl brought some weed. I smoked it, and I liked it.
What grade were you in?
I was in sixth. From
Yeah.
sixth grade, I was smoking weed. Stopped. My mom let me go to this homegirl's house way too much. From there, like, like we found some stuff, and like I went from coke. From coke, I stopped.
That
We,
was a transition. That's
yeah,
all. That's where it
it's
starts.
like a cycle, like a level,
You level
I
up.
level up, like, the gangster part, not. But from the weed, I went to coke, and then one day I bumped into this fool, and man, I would kick, man, I'll be like 11, 12, 11 and a half, 12, kicking it with like fools that were 30, 20, 40. Like, I just wanted to get high. I didn't care. I'll tell them my age. They'll see me come out of middle school. They wouldn't even like fuck with me like that. Like, they'll just be like, oh, you're chill as fuck. Like, here's some weed, or here's this, here's that. I was that type of person. There's a high school that's not that far from Madison. It's Jack London and Grant. All the seniors would go over there to Madison. I would be the only sixth grader they'll kick it with, smoking weed. I'll be smoking weed right there, and they'll be like, "What the fuck? Where's the cops? Like, is she setting us up, or what?"
You fit in with the adults.
Yeah. So and then kicking it with that crowd after school, it was kind of hard for them to trust me because they didn't know if I was setting them up. Like, hey, why is this little girl sitting here right here smoke with you? Like, I was like, man, you gonna pass that shit or not? Like, I want to smoke that shit. You gonna pass that
They're
shit?
like, I'm just here for one reason.
And
like,
then,
where's
yeah,
that?
they had coke. I'll get high, coke, but then it wasn't hitting me. So then I started like popping bars. I didn't like the low of it. So
How
then
old were you when you were doing all
12,
this?
12.
Damn.
It moved up to 12. So from 12 years old, I was doing the coke. When I hit 13, that's when I got into meth. I'll be straight up. I got into meth. I was doing meth really bad.
You started smoking it?
Yeah, I was smoking it. And I'm gonna be straight up. I'm not gonna fucking sit in a podcast and not say like the life I live. I have a story. This is my story. I'm not gonna hide. I'm not gonna have no skeletons in the closet.
That's right.
I'm gonna bring it out. I'd rather people hear it from me than freaking find out from somebody else or show proof,
Or gossip.
Yeah, or
and-
gossip, man. So what? Bitches wanna be like, oh, she's a tweaker. Man, okay, retired one. Like, I don't do that shit no more. The fuck? Like, I
Yeah,
don't,
and congratulations to you on that.
yeah, I'm like 6 years sober, 7 years sober.
So you were 13 and you got into hardcore drugs, because meth is a hardcore drug.
Hell yeah. I was sniffing that shit. I got into smoking it.
And where was your family around this time? Like, who? No
My
one
mom was
telling
just in
you,
the
like-
house. She was just working. So then my homie from Northridge, from my hood, he had more. So I was like loving it. And then he's like, hey, come kick it over here. So I'll kick it. Take 5 buses to go right there to Lindley Avenue. So when I would take 5 buses to go over there,
Damn, you take 5 buses
fuck
just
yeah.
to get high?
Get high, and I would take 5 buses to get high and
Fucking
post
trooper.
I'll take 5 buses to get high and post up. So I'll post up right there, and then I don't know, like I felt like this energy, like this. It was like an addiction to be in the streets. Like, you see motherfuckers passing by with straps, banging on you. I seen that fun. Like, it felt like a game to me. Like,
The
like,
thrill,
what's up,
the
fool?
danger.
Like I like that shit. Like, I just liked it at the time. Like, I was like, man, what's up? So then the homies seen, oh, she with the function. So they're like, gonna put her on. So 2 of my homies put me on, and the other homie was my age at the time. He put me on. So that shit was crazy as fuck. Like, I got my put on when I was 12.
Damn.
I got my put on when I was 12.
So when you were getting put onto your neighborhood And you were doing drugs. Mom's was in the house just trying to survive.
Yeah, she didn't even know because she was working. She was like working a part-time job, like my bad, excuse me, for a little bit, just a
And
little
that's the
bit.
life of the single mom, you know, that we don't get to be in the house with the kids 24/7, and we have to be at work, and sometimes two jobs. And who's raising the kids?
Yeah,
Who's
so
watching the kids, and who, who's taking care of them? Who's guiding them?
yeah, so like a lot of people like to blame her, but straight up, like I, no one could control me. No one controlled me. I was out of control. No one could. So when my mom would be at work, I would always think about her when I was on drugs. So when I got my put on, I told my homies, hey, like, put me on D. Like, I need to get put on D. They gave me some work, boom, moved it quick. The homies were like, damn, she young as fuck, moving that shit quick. 1 week. You got 1 week crimes, you got 1 week. Be like, all right, don't trip. Brought that shit back in 2 days. Brought that shit back in 2 days. Like, here's money for you. Man, when I tell you I seen like $100 of 20s in my hand, that shit felt like a blessing. Like just to have like dubs in your hand, even if it was like bad money. Like I gave it to my mom. I was the type of person like I'll get high, but like not off my own supply. Like I'll buy a little dub, I'll sell the rest. Like, I'll make my money. So the homies wouldn't get mad that I was high. They'll be like, hey, yeah, I mean, she a little smoked out, but
You were flipping your
she
shit
I
just
was
to
flipping
have
her
your
shit,
own, take
like
care of your own
there
habit.
was there's always gonna be fools from your hood that hate you. You're not gonna be loved by everybody. You're not gonna be loved by
I
everybody.
mean, especially as a female, a lot of people don't even.
Fuck yeah.
They're like, "There's no females from my hood." I'm like, seen like 10 of them
Yeah.
writing on the
Well,
walls.
not to be honest, from mine, there's no females from my hood. I'm the only youngster female that's from my hood. There's nobody else. It's me, and a couple like 2 or 3 like OG homegirls from my hood. Brown Pride doesn't have too many females like that, but we're everywhere though. We're scattered around. Shout out to the homies though. Free the homies. Free the homies. They're scattered in the prisons too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Shout out to them. For real.
Free them now.
ASAP. ASAP.
So you were kicking it, and after that, what happened? Like, how did your life look when you were 13? Like
The
you were.
13 was hell because I got worse. I started doing heroin. Started smoking heroin, and it wasn't for somebody from my hood. I was with somebody from somewhere else, like a homie that I knew. Um, he lived like near cause my mom for like 20 something years we've been living in the same spot. Been trying to move out of there. That's why I started the rap shit. We've been living in the same spot for like 27 years, and some fool like right there, their hood's right there by my house. So he's like, hey, what's up? Like, I got some of this and that. He knew homies from my hood. So I was like, all right, what you got? So I was like, oh, here. I thought it was, what it was, the M. So I smoked it. Man, that shit wasn't no M. That shit was mixed. I got addicted, like, oof, like a bitch to that shit. The black with the meth, mixing it. I got really addicted to that shit. I was cold. I was a cold-hearted bitch.
And then what happened? How did you snap out of that?
I snapped out of it when one day I didn't sleep for a whole week, and my mom picked me up. She's like, let's go get a Christmas tree. I won't forget. She's like, let's go get a Christmas tree. And when I went to go get a Christmas tree with her, I didn't sleep for 3 days. I did a hot reel. I freaking did black, smoked it. I freaking chugged 2 like 30s, like what is it, 30 Ozies, 40s, or Mickeys, whatever. Because I don't drink no more, so I forgot about all that size beer shit. And I chugged those. And we're driving to Rite Aid. She parks right in the front. She's like, what ice cream you want? I just remember staring straight. Like, I stood straight. I didn't even move. I seen, like, the whole sky light up, orange bright. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? My eyes are staring straight at the road. Wasn't blinking or nothing. She's talking to me. I see her face big, cartoon shit. Like, it was crazy shit. I couldn't even look at her. And she's like, what do you want? I was like, cookies and cream. Like, I didn't even move. I was like, cookies and cream. She's like, all right. She gets out of the car. Something told her to come back. She looks at me and she's like, Amanda. And still looking straight. I kid you not. Boom, boom, boom. Lights flashing in front of my eyes. Red, yellow, white, red, boom. She runs to the car and I'm like, how am I going to tell my mom right now in my head? I'm going to die or something's going to happen to me. Like, something's not right. I just remember grabbing her tight, like, on her knee. Hard as fuck. And my head flipping back. I overdosed. Foam came out of my mouth and everything, and that was my third like overdose. My first ones I don't want to talk about because they weren't too important. They were just like, one was in front of the homie, the other one was in front of the homegirl in my house. But the third one is fucked me up. Like,
in front of your mom.
fuck yeah. And they warned her, like, if you come back to the hospital or you report this, we're gonna take her away from you. Like, she's gonna go to the house, she's gonna go to placement, something. She was like, Amanda, wake up, like, wake up, please, Amanda, no, like, wake up. And she's like, don't go to the light, please. Like, I wasn't breathing, nothing. I had no pulse, nothing. She checked. It fucks me up, man, to even like talk about it, but I swear to God, I remember saying, Mom, Dad, help me. And I heard this guy's voice, and I knew it was my dad that passed. He's like, you think the streets are a fucking joke? Like, I'll take you away from your fucking family right now. I'll take you away from your mom. I'll take you away from Ruben, my stepdad. I'll take you away from Nick. I'll take you away like that. You're never going to come back because you think you know the street like that. I was like, no, I don't know you, please. Like, no, Mom, Dad, help. I hear my mom like
you heard her voice.
Don't. Like,
yeah.
That's when I knew that shit's real.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking real. Like, when you die, the afterlife, I heard millions of angel voices. Like, this way. Call me crazy, man. But people that really went through some drug shit, some overdose shit, they know I'm not fucking lying. I seen flashbacks from when I was fucking 1 to like important memories in my head. Like, boom, 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 boom. Everything fast.
You had a near-death experience.
Fuck yeah, I did. At 13, I fucking did. I really did.
So what happened? Your mom ended up taking you to the hospital?
5 minutes later, I woke up. I looked at my mom. I never thought that my mom would like be so pale in her life. Like, you know, like, oh shit, like my daughter's gonna die. That's how she had the face that she lost her own daughter. You know? So I was like, damn. Like, she's like, Amanda, are you okay? I was like, I'm fine, just take me home. She's like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine, just take me home. Like, I'm good. And then I was like, you didn't hear me calling you? You didn't hear me yelling? Like, I was mad at her.
Because like, in your head, you were yelling for her, right?
She's like, Amanda, what are you talking about? You weren't talking. That's when I fucking knew that was my soul, like my spirit out of my body, outer body experience. After that, I promised, like, my son Judas, like, I won't ever fuck around again. But then I fucked up. I fucked around again.
You relapsed.
I fucked around again. And I remember sitting in my living room, the same place I live now with my mom. I sat in the living room, and when I sat down, I hear this whisper in my fucking head, and oh, the devil really fucking gets you, man. The devil really be talking to people that are on drugs. They really be fucking with them. And they're like, oh, you're the one making her skinny. Like, she doesn't let you go on the street. She doesn't let you gangbang. She's taking away your fun. I got mad. And I waited like an hour till she went to sleep. I don't know what happened. I tried to kill her.
You tried to kill your own mom?
Yeah, I tried to kill my own mom, and then like she woke up to it. So that's what fucked me up.
What did you try to do to her?
I was thinking of like, oh, put a pillow where. I was like, nah. So I put something in her shit, like a lot, something to make her pass out, like just, you know, like a slow heart thing. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, I just looked at her. I was like,
so she caught you trying to fucking spike her drink?
Yeah, and then she caught me like trying to like. You know?
Damn. And that must have been hard, because if my kid tried to do that as a mom, like, because you're a mom now, right?
Yeah, you know? Fuck yeah, man. Like, I went through a lot. I didn't go home for a week.
You were scared?
But she still loved me. She still said, Amanda, where are you? Where are you, Amanda? I'm calling police. Like, I need you home. Like, I was like, Mom, I just can't look at you right now. Like, I'm sorry. Then I found out I was pregnant at 14. And I fucking had to stop. Because one day my homegirl, my older homegirl, she was 30 years old. Her daughter's still in the hospital to this day. Like, she's a tube in her. Everything's big. She's like, you want to fucking keep fucking around while you have a baby inside you? She's like, your daughter's going to come out sick like mine, because I didn't stop. That fucked me up.
And that's some real shit, because I think a lot of things that people don't want to admit is, like, a lot of women do drugs when they're pregnant. You know what I mean? And some kids unfortunately do have disabilities and special needs and stuff, and that's it's deep. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. So when it comes to your kids, it makes you wanna change everything.
Fuck yeah. When I told her I was pregnant, she was mad. But she told me, maybe if you didn't get pregnant, you'd probably be still doing drugs. She's like, God brings blessings down for a reason. And
Yep.
my first daughter, she's my blessing. She really stopped me from doing drugs. I remember when I was like 3 months, I cried to my mom and I was like, I'm so sorry, Mom. Like, it just wasn't me. Like, I didn't mean to. She knew I didn't. She's like, I know, Amanda. Like, I know you didn't mean to. Like, she hugged me so tight. I won't forget that day. I put her through a lot. I'll bring guns to the house, drugs to the house. The school will call her, hey, your daughter's over here fucking with an ounce of meth in the bathroom stalls. 6th grader, 7th grade. I got kicked out of all LA USD. They were like, you can't attend any LA USD. Couldn't go to school. My mom was like, she felt low, like, can't post a picture of my daughter graduating middle school. Right? Oh, she's pregnant at 14. I put her through a lot.
Shout out to our firstborns too, because I think they're the ones that go through the whole process with us. They're the ones that go through everything with us from day one, you know, all of our transitions. So shout out to my firstborn, because I love him.
Shout out
He
to
changed
my
my life.
kids,
So,
yep.
yeah.
Shout out to my kids, they changed my life. And shout out to my mom, because she really loves me and she's still by my side. Because when the drugs take over you and you're weak-minded like that, shit fucks you up.
I could see it when I look at you that you love your mom.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like, she's your everything.
I love my mom. That's
and
all
I
I got.
think that we all have those people in our life that really they underestimate their position and their importance in our life.
Hell yeah.
That they impact us so much, you know, their actions, their opinions, their words, you know, whether they support us or not, it really plays a part in how our life turns out.
Yeah, she's the only one that freaking helps me.
She
like
held it down, shit, through everything.
I got a gang of family, but I'm like the black sheep in it. The only black sheep in it.
How's the rest of your family? They're like good.
They're cool. They all love me and shit, but
they're not into the streets and stuff?
No, yeah. Fuck yeah. I have tios that are from like Pasadena side, Pomona, Florence, like, you know, rebels, scattered and shit. I'm to myself though. Because all that talking behind my back, family shit, that shit don't slide with me. Especially now that I'm a young adult and I see shit. I mean, I don't blame people for like, I know it's gonna go everywhere and people are gonna see it. I'm a truthful person. I'm gonna say what's up. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and lie. I don't give a fuck what the media says. I don't care. I got kids to worry about. You think I'm gonna be going through all them fucking 200 comments, looking at all that shit?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I got kids, man. I'm putting my kids to sleep. Like, oh, she ugly. Oh, she a tweaker. I don't care. I'm putting my kids to sleep. I'm healthy. I'm alive. My kid's healthy.
Yeah.
My mom's good. I'm eating. I'm paying shit now. Like, I don't care about what no one has to say. Not even family. Because the last people that should speak is family. Because my family was my mom. She's the one that freaking... Everything I'm doing right now is for her and my kids. I owe it to her. I owe it all to her. Swear to God.
So once you had that life-changing experience and your whole life turned around, that's when you just started to stop doing drugs completely? Like, you overdosed, you almost killed your mom, you got pregnant, your homegirl straight up telling you, like, hey, you don't want your baby to be sick, you know? So your mind's probably racing, like 100 things are going through your mind.
Fuck yeah, man. Full of stress. Not gonna lie, sometimes I still get stressed out because I got a lot of shit. But
so when did music come into the picture?
I was rapping since 11 years old.
Yeah.
My first instrumental was Lil Rob, Neighborhood Music. Shout out to Lil Rob.
Hey, Lil Rob.
Lil Rob.
Shout out, definitely.
Neighborhood Music. I got my notepad.
All his songs.
Yeah, notepad. I'll start busting shit. Because you think about it, you're taking 5 buses to go to your hood. I took it every day.
So you're listening to the whole fucking album?
Hell yeah, I'm like, yeah, that Neighborhood
She know all the
Music.
lyrics and shit?
Fuck yeah. To this day, still, man. That shit, I was like, Tupac, Biggie Smalls instrumentals, like wanting to like do instrumentals.
So you would do it, but like when did you start taking it seriously?
Last year when I left the father of my kids. Oh, he was an eye opener too.
So after that, what so you left off when you got sober. So after you got sober and then you got pregnant for the first time.
So I got pregnant when I was 14. I had my daughter at 15. My other one, 17. Had her at 18. And like, don't mind me
So
when
it
I'm
was your
thinking,
breeding
like,
season.
yeah, like don't mind me when I'm thinking about the time, cause straight up, like when you do all those drugs as a youngin, like your mind kind of tries to remember stuff, you know. So I believe I had my smallest at 17 or 18, cause I'm 20 and a half. I'm gonna be 21 next month in February. It's my birthday. So when I had both of them, I was already sober. Like after when I had my first one, I was already sober. Like I was sober. I would do drugs with my baby daddy too. Like it was hard. It was really hard. You know, both addicts trying to sober
Yeah.
up. It was freaking hard. You know, sometimes I would try to tell him, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do," and it's really hard for him to stop. You know, but I'm not gonna sit there and be a baby mama to be like judging him, because who the fuck am I to judge?
Was he from your neighborhood?
No, we have so Langdon's right there in North Hills. That's where my baby daddy's from. I'm from Brown Pride.
Yeah, I know where Langdon.
Both of those neighborhoods, they have family, like, you know, so we're hella tight with them, like hella tight. Back in the days, like older homies used to kick it with, you know, older homies from Langdon. So shout out to the homies from Langdon too, man, because when I was 13 and I got jumped, all my homies are active as fuck from my hood. They were all busted. So at this time, I was alone. Homies were in placement. I was alone at the time. And my baby daddy was waiting for me in his hood. And I was taking the bus. And I stopped right there. I was banged the fuck out. It was dark. And I see a group right there by the park. Some enemies. And they're like, "Hey, what's up? Where the fuck you from?" And I looked back and I was like, fuck. It's like seeing the Huda, like, fuck. You know? So I was like, oh, I'm Brown President. I was like, termites. And they're like, what? Said it again. Man, them fools started chasing me. Ran right behind me. Boom. Like, there's like 3-way streets right there by the park. Fucking trip. Fucking ain't shit. Started getting packed out. These men were like smoked out too. At that time, I was smoked out. These men were like 20 something, 20, maybe 20, like 19. There was like 4 grown niggas, 1 grown woman. Like, I got stabbed in my leg, my left leg, and then they jumped
Oh,
me.
they stuck you?
Fuck yeah.
Damn.
Like boom, stomped on my face, stomped on my fucking ribs,
They didn't give a
all that
fuck
shit.
if
They
you
didn't give
were
a
a
fuck.
girl.
They're like, bitch, you said what
They
you
didn't
said.
care if you were
Boom,
young.
boom, boom.
Exactly.
They was stepping
And that's
on
the
me.
reality of the streets. I think a lot of these new generation
Yeah.
fucking people don't
Yeah, like
even,
I even try to
don't
tell
even know.
people that I knew that I love, say, man, you know what the fuck you're getting yourself into? You think it's all about, like, especially like people, homegirls I know, like, oh, like, yeah, I'm from here now. It's just like, man. And I tell them, like, you think it's all about fighting bitches that just throw up a fucking set? I was like, man, them bitches could have like 20 motherfuckers behind them and they're gonna fucking run right there and shoot you, jump you, fucking take you to go do drive-bys. Were you down for that? Because if you're passenger, you're gonna get, that's like aiding and abetting right there. You're fighting that shit.
So where was your baby daddy when you were getting fucked up?
He was waiting for me. He was waiting for me. I had my phone in my pocket. I couldn't grab that shit. I was trying to fight, man. I couldn't fight, so I just like, boom.
So
like,
how did they get off you?
Once they knew that they were like fucking me
You're
up,
bleeding and
like,
shit.
fuck you,
They're
bitch,
like,
boom,
yeah.
kicked me. They're like, get the fuck out of our hood, like, you know. They're like, fuck wooty woo, and they knew I would kick it with my baby daddy's side.
Oh, so this his hood?
Yeah, cause we got the same enemies. So when like no one was there, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go kick it. My baby daddy would be like, come kick it. So I'll kick it right there.
So you were able to go home and you walk home, or what happened?
No, I walked to my baby daddy's hood.
Oh,
fucking
shit.
fucked up. The homies were like, what the fuck? Who the fuck? You know? Then fools came, they followed me. They followed me with the red Toyota. I got love from them fools from Langdon. I don't want to say it too much, but they have my back. They have my back. I got love from them. You know, I told my homies too. Yeah. Then I got hella heart for those fools.
So you and your baby daddy were both into the streets.
Fuck yeah. We
drugs.
thugged it together, man. We thugged it together.
So what happened with that?
So with my baby daddy, I was with him for 6 years. He's a good person. I got love for him. That feels like my best friend. And I say that because we went through a lot, you know? Yeah, I feel like when it's getting too toxic and you're fighting each other, hitting each other, saying things you don't mean, it's getting ugly, they're cheating too much. I truly feel like it's either like it's gonna happen one way. The guy leaves or the girl leaves.
Yeah.
You know, even with kids,
Somebody's gonna leave.
with kids or no kids.
It's just all about who leaves first.
Who, you know? I had to do it.
Yeah.
I sadly had to do it.
Yeah, usually the men are not gonna
And
do
when
it.
my baby daddy did all that to me, mind you, I'm a street bitch. I didn't pay attention to no motherfuckers. Every time he cheated on me or something, like, I never went for revenge. It just wasn't me. It wasn't me. Never went for revenge. Never said, oh, he's gonna do this, so I'm gonna do it. What the fuck am I gonna get out of that? Fuck. What am I gonna get out of that shit? Like, what? I'm gonna be happy for like an hour and then I'm gonna just get mad again?
Yeah, you're gonna be temporarily happy, and then
that's what I'm saying. It's just
you're
not
gonna add bodies to your fucking body count.
And straight up, like,
and you gotta sit in that.
Yeah,
you know, mixing souls, you gotta sit down.
Yeah,
in
and
that.
straight up, like, I'm proud to say I only got 3. Like, straight the fuck up. And my body's my temple. I feel like giving myself to a fucking man randomly that doesn't know me, like, I don't like that shit.
And you gotta keep that mentality.
Yeah,
fuck
especially
in this generation.
Yeah, people.
Girls don't even got that type of self-discipline.
Yeah, they don't. And like I said, my baby daddy fucks with me tough. I fuck with him tough.
But it just ended.
And it
you
just
knew
ended.
It was toxic, right?
I knew it was bad, and he knew it was bad. And I said, look.
What pushed you over the edge? When did you know like that was it?
What pushed me over the edge was just remembering the 6 years of everything, and then seeing him just like not like realize like the bad he's doing to me.
So he was never changing. He was never trying to change. He wasn't
changing. So one day I just said, you know what? I love you so much that I have to leave you. I have to leave you. And he's like, what the fuck? You don't love me? Like, I do love you. You want me to hate you? Because I believe if you stay with someone that you truly fucking love, if you stay with someone you truly fucking love and the same shit's happening, you don't fucking love that person. The memory dies.
Whether it's you or them that's fucked up, that needs repairs, sometimes, you know, you have to make the big.
It's like a broken record
decision.
when it just like, it's like a broken record. You're just not leaving.
And then the kids are suffering. I mean, where was your kids when all of this was happening? Watching, right?
Watching and
soaking it in, because
you know
kids
what?
soak in everything.
He's a really good dad. He's a really good dad to his kids. I mean, he wasn't there, but I know drugs, I know life, and so he's addicted to that street life. I understand.
Is he still right now?
I understand. He's getting out soon. He's in prison.
Oh, okay.
But he knows limits. Yeah. You know, I want him to be happy. I want him to be successful. I don't want hate with him. You know, whoever the fuck makes him happy in life, I'm happy. Whatever makes him happy,
So he got busted
I'm
after
happy.
You left him, or?
He got busted when he when he was out here. I already left him.
Oh, okay.
And it killed him, but.
And when you left him, what did you do? What were you doing with your life?
I just got a notepad, and one day I went in my room, and it just happened. I started rapping again. It just came out.
All of those emotions.
My mom didn't know I was rapping. He didn't know I was rapping. He slept with me for 6 years. He didn't know. My mom didn't know. No one knew. This was my getaway. I would hide in the room, and it was my fucking getaway. So he starts hearing, hey, your baby mama's rapping. Like, because we got homies in prison, you know? Hey, your baby mama, hey, she cries is rapping. Blah, blah. Hey, what the fuck? Like, so I remember the first shit I dropped, like, I let my homies hear it. Because I was like, I don't want to sound stupid, but I think I'm hard, so I sound different, you know? I rapped it to my homie. He's like, damn, fool, I thought it was going to be some bullshit, but what the fuck? You know, the homie was like, damn. And he's like, bro. He's like, you better get your ass in the motherfucking
That
studio.
shows to tell you what men really think about women in the industry.
Yeah, like, you know, like, straight up, the homie was like, damn, that's fucking good as fuck. Yeah, your baby daddy know? Rapped it to my baby daddy. He's like, I just fucking slept with you for 6 years and you sound that good? He's like, fuck. He's like, damn, you know? I talked to him. We're really cool. Like, I really got hard for him. Shout out to the father of my kids, you know? Hopefully you stick to that sobriety, man. I'm really rooting for it, for real.
That's right.
I really hope he fucking sticks to
him being sober is your kids having a good dad.
Hell yeah.
You know?
They love their dad. I show them pictures. I'm not gonna lie. One thing I am gonna say is I was a petty ass baby mama. I
think we all could say that.
Why? Because I used to keep my kids away from their dad when he would do stupid movidas. And one day when I got tired, before I left him, like a month,
Oh, we're playing tit for tat.
He's like,
My favorite game.
yeah, he told me, can I go out with the homies? Yeah, go ahead. The fuck you, what? I was, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I let him go
Stay out late.
and he was tripping. So I was like, I texted him and I was like, hey, be safe out there, right? Like, make sure you don't have nothing, you're good, like, don't get caught. He's like, why you being so nice? I'm like, nothing. I'll see you later.
It's a thin line. Have you heard that song?
So he was just, it was just crazy. And then one day I see him, like, I caught him and I said, he starts, pressing down. I was like, it's cool. Don't worry about it anymore. I was like, you already did that a lot.
Damn, you didn't crash out?
No.
Oh, that's when you know it's over then.
I didn't crash out. He
won't forget.
Out. He won't forget about this shit too. Yeah.
On that ass.
Yeah,
all the way to the left.
And I was like, you know what? It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, you were done.
I was like, don't worry about it no more. I don't care. I was like, I already done fought bitches, done stupid shit, yells, done crazy shit.
And that right there is that mentality growth.
Yeah. And he was like, he's like, you're not mad? You're gonna look.
They want you to crash out. They like that shit.
I was like, I'm gonna tell you something.
Toxicos.
I was like, you know what? I think it's best if you live over there and I live over here. And I was like, it just has to be like that. I was like, you're still gonna see your girls. Don't worry about it. I wasn't even mad, bro. I wasn't even fucking mad. He was pissed. He's like, not me. Hey,
I will crash out, boo bop, pop your tire, beat your mama up. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, break your windows. Hey,
call your job, drug test that motherfucker.
Hey, peel. Hey, I'm telling you, I was a toxic. I'm not gonna lie. I really was. I was crazy as fuck. I broke his foot one time. I'm so sorry.
I done threw away a whole motherfucker's wardrobe.
No, yeah. I left his whole
broke his phone. Sorry.
I left his whole clothes right there down the street of his hood. I was like, free clothes. And then you know what? When I was getting
I would have put him in outfits.
No, so then when I was
these pants go with this shirt. And these shoes.
Yeah. And you know what? When you said I was tired already,
you
I won't forget that day. I folded his clothes nicely. I put it in a bag.
I'm gonna get
there, and his mom's like, damn, it's in one piece. Like, okay. And I was like, yeah, just let him know I dropped off the clothes and everything. And I was like,
they don't stink.
Let me know when he gets them, okay? My baby daddy, he tells me every day I'm lucky to have a baby mama like you that I could talk to and that, like, forgives me about all that. I forgive him. Because I don't want to leave this world.
That's right.
Knowing I have a heavy-ass heart of what me and him went through. That's why I left.
I'm going to pray for you.
That's why I left. But at the end of the day, I do want to tell women one thing. If your baby daddy's toxic or your man that you have kids with, all of them are dangerously. Okay? But then, I'm not going to lie, it goes both ways. Since I've been around men my whole life, all my homies,
you're right.
It goes both ways. I'm not gonna sit down and be like, women are not cheaters. No, women are cheaters. I've seen my homies get done dirty as fuck. I've seen my homies do the most for their bitch and they don't even do that shit. Like, shout out to some homies that are like, I have some
righteous.
Homies that are like righteous and they treat their wife really good, man.
Keep that thing in their pants.
Yep. Real tight.
Period.
Yeah, you feel me?
Locked up, zipped up.
Don't let the
button
word,
and the belt.
Don't let the word go anywhere else. You feel me? Nah, but like I tell some homegirls, even older homegirls of mine, ask me like, "Hey, I need advice," and I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't know what to do with him. I don't know if I should let him see the kid." Look, I won't forget one homegirl that I talked to here and there. She told me when I was 15, when I had my first daughter, you knew what you signed up for, crimes. So don't be surprised. Don't be complaining. Don't be talking shit. I won't forget that shit. So women that are dating a gangster, you know what the fuck you signed up for. You like it, you deal with it. You don't, you fucking leave. Straight, flat out like that.
Stop making TikToks crying about somebody beating you up.
Straight up.
You know you like that shit. You're going to be with him tomorrow at his mama's function.
It's like once you fucking put your life out there, because I used to do that, you're just gonna go back.
Yeah, it's a repeated cycle, man.
It's a waste of time. It's like a drug too. Like you're gonna go back to it. You're gonna go back to it. You're gonna go back. Stop that shit. Like I see people like I'm like, damn, dude, like talking shit about their baby daddy. I used to be like that too. But I realize it's not worth it. It's not healthy for the parents and the kids, because it's just like, why am I gonna keep my kids away from their dad? Even if the dad's on drugs, there's something called supervision.
Yeah.
Have his mom watch the kids while he's right there with the kids. Let him see them, because life's short.
Well, not everybody on drugs is a bad parent.
No, exactly. Not everyone on drugs is a bad parent. But see, like I said,
not everybody on drugs is a bad person.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people have heart, and my baby daddy, he got heart. So I know him. Us women, we know our men. We know who we sleep with.
Yeah.
We know him on the back of our motherfucking
Exactly.
hand. Shit, ain't nobody could say otherwise. What, a bitch that slept with somebody for a day? Oh, I know him. No, bitch, you don't fucking know. What the fuck? You know his dick. You ain't know him. You know his dick. I bumped into bitches like that. Bitches be like, oh, I know him. I kicked it with him for a month.
Oh, I know him.
Shut
I
the
seen
fuck
him with his
up.
drawers off.
Yeah, like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I seen his ass crack too. Like, the fuck?
I
Like,
know
type
him
shit,
real good.
Super good. Like, don't play with it.
He got a birthmark right here.
Yeah, shit. But you know what?
Like, she started remembering. She's like, oh shit.
Yeah, like, women though, they should not keep their kids away from their dad. There's some
that shit.
There's some women that should though, because there's some crazy ass. I'm telling you, there's always two sides. Two sides. One is good, one is bad. Sometimes men are crazy and they shouldn't be around their kids because some get physical. You seen stories on the news. They kill their kids. They do some crazy shit. The mother
Moms do shit.
The mom left
Crazy.
the baby daddy with the daughter and threw her out the window type shit. See, you know what you know. But if you deep down inside know you're like your man, and you know even though he's on drugs, he's a good person, let him see his kid. Because he could get shot tomorrow. He could get shot in 20 minutes. He could OD. Like, who cares if it was his fault or not? Oh, he got in a gang, so what? Like, it's still the father of your kids.
Yep.
The father should still see their kids. Because, oh, where's daddy? Where's daddy? That's your fault. There shouldn't be.
They're over there saying, oh, I'm raising the kid on my own by myself.
That's
your fault.
You look, there's something called electronics, phones, iPads. Let them FaceTime. Let them talk to him. You know, oh my
There's
God,
a way for communication.
My kid's over here asking for their dad 20,000 times. Like, all this. There's some women that overboard it.
Yep.
You know, I was like that. But
and it's all out of like the hurt you have for the dad.
Yeah. You know, like, he
Sometimes
did a lot to me.
It's not even about the danger of the child, you know?
You know, he did a lot to me, but I do it for my kids.
That's good.
And I got love for him because we thugged in the street.
So how long you been away from him?
1 year. He's been in jail. But even when he was out here, like, we would just kick it. Like, I'll just give him the kids. We'll go to Chuck E. Cheese. But I would limit myself. Like, all right, I'm going to drop you off. And you drop off the kids with you. Like, because I feel like if you're too like this, I told my baby daddy recently some true shit. I said, check this. I was like, check this shit out. I was like, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you are too attached to me, like hanging out with me 24/7 and all that, you're never going to get over me. I let you go because it's better for us. Don't think I'm a bitch just because I don't want to hang out with you. I want to hang out with you, but not like that. Not on a daily. You're never going to get over me. You're never going to know what it feels like to love another woman or to be in love or to fall in love if you keep wanting to be around me.
Or keep having that hope. Yeah. People that keep having that hope that they're going to get back with their baby daddy or be back with their baby mama or things are going to change or get better. Like they stay stuck in that hope and they don't give their self a chance to move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's just he respects my rapping and it's just good. Like I have my head in the rap game right now. I'm focused on my music.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like before we close out the interview, I want you to tell us what you're doing right now with your life that is different than before. Where, you know, what are you doing right now?
I'm rapping. I write music every night. So I take care of my kids all day, have a little side job. And then every night when it hits 9:30, start writing. Every freaking day. It doesn't change. There's not a day where I don't write. Like I freaking write every day and then I just go to sleep. I don't break my head and just like stick with the same thing. Like if I can't finish it, I'll save it for tomorrow. I'll write. I write a lot. I do write a lot. You know, and I love it. A lot's changed for me. You know, I have managers now. Shout out to my managers.
What do you tell yourself every day that keeps your head in the loop? Like that keeps you sober, keeps you out of the streets, and keeps your head focused on music instead of other things?
I just say, like, remember everything you did in the past,
It's the things you say to
like,
yourself, right?
yeah. Like, I tell myself, like, everything you did in the past, like, remember that shit. Like, I'm gonna forgive, but I won't forget. I forgive myself, yeah. Whatever. I won't forget, you know. I was a bad person. I fucking harmed people. I've done a lot of bad things. I've hurt, my own mom. Like, and I look at my babies and I'm just like, I'm gonna do it. I tell my mom every day. Every time I come to an interview or like go to the studio, I said, hey, it's all gonna be worth it one day.
You told me you had a goal to become a real estate agent.
Oh yeah. I'm in college. I go to college. I'm not gonna say where. I go to college and I'm studying for a real estate agent. So I graduate this year, June 2025. I get my license and I'm gonna go hit for my bachelor's degree in CSUN. So,
That's right.
yeah.
Bravo. That's right. Keep doing that.
Yeah. So
Because it's baby steps. It's little things.
I mean the rap shit is working.
Yeah.
But
still, even
I
if
like
the
to
rap thing is
multitask.
exactly, always have more than one thing going on.
I like to multitask.
That's the mistake that people tend to make, is they think like, hey, I'm gonna just work on one thing at a time. Unfortunately, in this life, that's not how things work. If you want to become successful, you got to work on multiple things at the same time.
Yeah.
Because not everything's gonna work for you, but you got to keep trying and not give up. Like, what if music don't work? What if real estate don't work? Or what if they all work?
Yeah.
You see how that goes?
That's why I like to.
You don't lose. You don't lose by trying multiple things at one time.
I have like one tattoo on my body in the back. I blasting hustle, blasting in the back.
Hustle.
Hustle.
That's
I
right.
love hustle. I got it on my stomach too. Actually, I got hustle, baby. I'm a hustler. I've always been since I was 12. Moving around the dope, all that shit. Like, that was my shit. Like, I didn't have no job at 12. Who the fuck's gonna give you a job? My homies did. Even if it was bad, my homies did. I had dough in my pocket.
So before we close out, the last question I had for you is going to be, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully it's sooner, my goal. But my goal is to move my mom out of where we've been for a long time. Way too many horrible memories. Good and bad, but I'm trying to move her out. So I want to get her own house. I want to get my own spot. I want my kids to live that Disneyland life, and I see myself doing big things in 5 years, real big things. Hopefully sooner.
You see yourself as a real estate agent?
Hell yeah, man.
In a big ass house?
Yeah.
With your kids running around?
Yeah.
And your mom?
Boss bitch shit.
Yep.
Boss bitch
and keep
shit.
keep that mentality up. Keep that disciplined mind so that you can get to your goals faster.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because every time we fall off, like all of us as humans, man, old, young, doesn't matter. Every time we fall off, we tend to tell ourselves like, hey, that's it. Like, I fucked up. But instead, just keep telling yourself like, try again. Try again. Come back harder.
Get up off your feet. Yep. I tell myself that every day, man. Every day.
That's right.
I don't give up. I've always been like, I never give up.
That's right.
Never say never.
Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you reaching out to us. You were actually one of the first people that reached out to us, and it really meant a lot to us because it was like, damn, somebody actually seen our platform and wanted and requested to be on it. So
I seen that.
Shout out to you, man. Yeah, for real.
Shout out to you guys too, man. You guys are dope as fuck. I fuck with you guys' shit.
Hey, shout out to my homegirl Pebbles. She couldn't be here today, but she's here in spirit. Yep.
I wanted to meet you.
We miss you. All right, for sure. Anybody you want to shout out before we end it? Shout
out to the homegirl Cassandra Ben. Shout out to Lonnie. Shout out to my homies. Free my homies from my hood though, and shout out to the homies from Langdon too. Free all the homies. And shout out to my managers. Hey, don't kill me.
And this episode today was sponsored by Belmonte Media. Thank you for tuning into Divine Connections podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode.